What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, shout out to the brother Claiborne for the donation to the channel via the PayPal. And he had a question. And his question was, what's up, Mike? I don't remember if you addressed this question I posed. Maybe you did. I was wondering if you believe, like I do, that there is a more nefarious reason why LeBron won't retire. And if you did pose that question, it may have been part of a multi-question donation you sent, because I kind of do remember that, and maybe I just forgot to answer that part. My apologies. I do know sometimes too that YouTube does not send out a lot of my videos. They don't send out notifications. I've had people who have been subscribed to me for years, and they thought that I stopped making videos. They said they hadn't seen a subscription of mine. They haven't seen me pop up in their subscription for months. You know, they thought I just stopped making videos. When in reality, you guys know I make like 5 to sometimes 9, 10 videos a day. So that's how badly YouTube is shadow banning me. That's why I sometimes ask you guys to share my content. Because to be honest with you, man, I should have already had minimum 500,000 subscribers by now. That's how badly YouTube is shadow banning me. Sometimes I comment on videos and I'll log into another account, another Gmail account, and look at that video and I don't see my comment. They do stuff like that. But you know, it is what it is, man. So look, to answer your question, I can't prove it. And knowing how this is YouTube, and knowing their policies, I don't want to make any false accusations against anybody or make any accusations against somebody without proof. I'll put it like that. I will say this. We all know that LeBron James is obsessed with this GOAT stuff. He's obsessed with it. He's obsessed with Michael Jordan. His team is obsessed with Michael Jordan to a disturbing degree. And they want to win this battle, this PR battle as they see it, against themselves and people like me and others who they see as Team Jordan. And LeBron James will be at the most advantageous position as long as he's still an active player. Because the media knows he's still a draw. When they do polling, state by state polling, even now, at age 41, LeBron is the most Googled player in 46 or 47 of the 50 states. He is still the most talked about player in the NBA by far on the internet. That will diminish in the event that when he retires, it's going to diminish some. Not totally, not even a lot, but it will diminish. It's just, you know, when players retire, they no longer are the face of the league. We saw the same thing with Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was the most talked about player in Major League Baseball. But then when he retired, that if you even if you don't want to call it popularity, that notoriety diminished, right? And LeBron knows this. He knows that The minute that he's no longer playing, his influence and reach diminishes. So there's that aspect of it, right? I mean, he's sure, he could be on social media and post about certain things, but it's not the same as actually playing basketball, having that direct contact with media, being in live action, being in the constant daily sports talk. It's not quite the same as, being just on social media. Secondly, obviously, there are some things going on. There's some things, right? We know about the NBA and the government's investigation into certain activities, right? Certain people close to LeBron James have been implicated. You know, there's that. Then there's the long-standing suspicions and accusations regarding some other stuff, right? I'm being purposely vague here, okay? As long as LeBron James continues to play, he remains an asset to the NBA. He remains an asset to Nike. He remains an asset to sponsors. So it will be in their best interest to completely ignore some of these, or to not just ignore, but to suppress a lot of these questions from the media, or as we put it, the love media. But the minute he retires, you start asking yourself, if you're the media, especially if it's been a little while since he retired, a year, 2 years, then when you're the media and his influence directly wanes, Rich Paul's no longer one of the top 2 agents in circulation. We saw a similar decline, or a great decline, in David Falk's influence as an agent when Michael Jordan was retired. You see what I'm saying? Although Rich Paul might be more relevant longer because of his personality and the way he moves. But anyway, then you have to ask yourself, if he retires, LeBron James, especially after a couple of years, then if you're the media, you say, well, wait a minute. Is it more profitable for us to keep protecting him, or now that he's no longer playing, to push him back in the front lines of stories? Maybe we should start talking about some of this other stuff. What are we protecting anymore? He's not an active NBA player anymore. As a non-active player, he's not as valuable anymore. And when you're a black man and you're no longer making those folks money, you become expendable. So yes, I do believe there is a darker reasons why he continues to play. Because the minute that he retires, he loses more than likely a lot of protection he's got. Remember now, this is the same dude that was for a minute pushing to start a rival league to the NBA. You saw how that shut down quickly, right? I'm pretty sure certain people sent a message to him and Maverick Carter and Rich Paul saying, look, man, don't forget who you're trying to compete against. Put it like this. We all wear these caps and we're all in the same club, and we'll show you who you really are really quick. We'll really put you in your place real quick. We'll turn you into Diddy. Remember, Diddy was at one point a respected personality. When I say respected, I mean in the business world. he went up against, to me, in my opinion, he went up against the wrong people, and they showed him who's really in charge. And they could do the same thing LeBron James. Certain people. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.